Yo. Oh my god, Emma, how are you? I've missed you so much. I know. How is everyone? Is everyone doing good? Mm. Is everyone okay? Oh my gosh. Are you feeling any better? That's actually really big news. Oh my gosh. Oh. I've been like looking at all my DMs and stuff. I don't see a lot of the things that people send me. I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. No. Is it because of the phone thing? Oh, I'll be sure to be more active on YouTube so you can like, talk and stuff. So we can like hang out on here. Um, uh, well, I'm glad you got a new number. Then I'll be able to like be able to hang out with you. Could probably FaceTime you if it's an iPhone. Oh my gosh, that's some wild stuff. I hope everybody is doing okay though. I hope all the kitties are feeling okay. No one's having any big health issues. I'm sorry, like I don't have a microphone with me or anything, and there's classes going on next door, so I have to speak like a little bit low. So yeah, it's a bit quiet. Yeah, I wanted to just come on here and see if anybody was around, but also to just chat and catch up because I haven't posted any type of content in such a long time on YouTube. Oh, I hope the surgery goes well. I really hope that the new valve will do its job and is healthy and it'll be okay. I'll give you my prayers for you. Ah, man. So Jin came back for about two and a half, almost 3 months, and then afterwards, he recently just went back around the end of August. So he'll be back maybe the end of the year or January once the semester's done. So for now, it's just me hanging around doing my own stuff. And there's just been a lot of things going on, so much so that like I just don't have the capacity to make any kind of content properly. Like TikTok content, I find is very easy to make because you just kind of record and then you can put the subtitles over or pick a music and it's good to go. You don't have to do that much work. But for YouTube videos, I feel like I need to do a lot more work and I don't want to post videos that I'm not happy with. So it's taking me some time to actually like put together proper videos with proper like content and stuff. So that's just the whole reason why I have been posting on here. So yeah, right now though, I have some good news. I am going home. I am going home for a week and a half this month. So I'm really excited to go and it's going to be crazy. So I will definitely be doing a lot of filming and content stuff on my trip home and then I will upload it here so that you guys can all see and stuff. Oh, there we go, my speech. I'm glad it's getting better. I really am. I hope I really hope it's a speedy recovery for you. Actually, my parents don't know that I'm coming home because I deliberately didn't tell them. My brothers are aware that I'm coming home, and all my friends are. We made a group chat. I made a group chat and was like, "Guess who's coming home?" So yeah, that's pretty much it. I want to take my mask off because there's like nobody else in the room, but I'm also like I don't want to get in trouble, so I'm just gonna keep it on for now. Um, but yeah, it's my baby brother's graduation, and that was kind of like the main motivation to go back. And also personally, my mental health really needed like just to go home and just rest up a little bit, see my friends, get a recharge and stuff like that. Yeah, they're going to be very surprised to say that it's gonna be great. So I land home at 9 a.m. and my brother's gonna pick me up, and then by the time we get home, my parents should be at work. And then once they're at work, I'll like go in, settle down, and I'll probably make dinner. And then when they come home from work, they're gonna be like, "Who's that?" Oh, me too. I'll give you big hugs all the way through. Hmm. I know this is very random, so I wasn't really expecting people to like pop in, but I will have this posted up just so like other people can. I'm not, you know, off in the clouds or something. Like I'm not 6 feet under or anything like that. I'm just really, really busy, and there's just so much going on that like I cannot sit down and edit videos, um, or I can barely film. To be honest with you, I think they will enjoy the alcohol more than the food. To be honest, I have like special alcohol that I'm gonna like bring back for them. But yeah, like for me personally, I'm just really stoked to have the chance to go home. Especially because like, being able to travel right now is a luxury, and I'll definitely say I'm very privileged to be able to get a ticket to go home. So yeah, I'm just, like, lost for words because it all happened really fast, like, all my there's, like, avalanche of stuff to do, avalanche of paperwork, and just all these stuff going on, and I was, like, drowning, and all of a sudden, I'm like, "Oh my god, my ticket is completed, my visa's completed, everything's paid for, like, I can actually go home, like, oh my god." Aw, bless you. Thank you, Amma. I love you so much. Mm, it's been so it's been so tiring, to say the least. I'm still changing medication, so, like, basically my ADHD is still, not completely, like how do you say, like, it's not completely under control. We're still testing stuff. And our current theory is that I cannot have antidepressants all at once. I have to have it twice a day to keep it at a regulated level so I don't kind of have like really bad um, burnout times, I like to call them, because I call them burnout times because I literally just cannot focus and I cannot like communicate to anyone. Mhm. Oh my goodness. I've always been praying for you, Emma. Always. I find that during panic attacks, if you hold something cold, it helps your mind take like focus on the cold thing that you're holding rather than the attack itself. That's just one way that I kind of was told by my therapist to help with my panic attacks. So obviously, there's not always going to be something cold around you, but like if you're at home and you feel like it's an attack is coming, maybe like grab an ice cube or stick your hand under like cold running water if you can. If you're outside in the snow, like just stick your hand in the snow. Like it does give you that shock, and it does help you relax a little bit more and like defocus from the panic situation. But everybody is different. That was one method that I found um, that did help with it. Not to say I haven't had a panic attack since, but like just learning different ways to control the situation because there's so many things happening. Yeah. Maybe like an ice pack. I feel like an ice pack might be like safer to use and cleaner, like rather than holding like an ice cube. Because, ice pack is, yeah. Because so I just started university. Technically this is week 2. Um, but yeah, this is the start of my new sem, and I'm not really stoked to be honest with you guys, because I have too many classes. But I gotta do what I gotta do. I signed up for a double major. It is really frustrating because you cannot control it. And the main thing is that some people don't actually understand. They say like, "Oh, I understand you're having like a panic attack," but they don't understand the feeling, so then they kind of just play it off like, "Yeah, you can just like control it very easily." But as something that like you cannot control, you have to learn how to like break free from the triggers and so forth. So it is, I can understand it can be very frustrating. I'm trying, I really am. There are so many things happening still that I haven't fully wrapped my head around. So I'm just really hoping it all works out in a way. Um, but yeah, like I'm just very blessed that there's still a lot of you guys still here. In a way, like still following. Because I was for sure like everybody's probably like ditch my page because I haven't posted anything in like 2 years. Um, but I was very pleasantly surprised when I opened my account and was like, "Oh, hey." And I was like, "Well, looks like I need to start pumping out some good content for you guys." And the best thing is I'm going to get my camera back when I go back to Australia, so I will have higher quality footage, um, because I'm going to bring my industrial studio camera back with me, which is like, oh, it films amazing. Of course, we have to stay in touch. We were so worried. We were like, she's not replying on Instagram. Is she okay? But like, it's okay. If you ever need, you can always. So my number is still the same, so you can still like shoot me a text if it's still iPhone, because iMessage is free throughout the world. So I message my brothers back in Sydney because they both have iPhones. So there's that. Um, Otherwise, if you do make a new account, you know where I am. That way we can stay in touch as well. I will definitely try. I'm definitely trying to be more active on um, YouTube again. Oh no! Since this is a public live thing, I can't give you my number right now, but I will send it to you privately later. So no, don't put your number here because then other people are gonna text it. So I will like I'll send you a DM on something. Trust. Yeah. Yeah. I just don't want anyone to like randomly harass calling you or something like that. That's really bad. Uh Anything else life update wise? No, you're good. Don't worry about it. I still haven't caught COVID. Not a brag. I'm just saying like surprisingly I still haven't caught it considering the amount of stupid things I do. Um there's that. And oh my gosh. Uh, a lot of it's just been work and uni up until now. So that's kind of a blur. Um, Besides like gym visiting, everything else was kind of a blur for the last while. But my roommate did move out recently, and I just signed the contract for the room to be under my name now. So, so officially, I this is technically my first like rental apartment that's actually under my name because the last 2 times the contracts ended, my roommate had signed for it. But now, yeah. now the contract's under my name, and I'm pretty stoked to say that this is my like first apartment, and I'm gonna like live by myself. I will definitely like film the renovation stuff. Not really like reno. It's more so like me just moving the room around because it is a rental, so I can't actually take down walls or take down a door or something. But I want to show you guys how I'm going to make the space like more for me to help my mental health and how it might be able to help you guys and stuff like that. Because I know that a lot of people are a little bit like not confused, but a little bit stuck and unaware of like what tiny little things can actually help you. For example, I put up curtains um, just like across my bed because I have a bunk bed. Um, and when my roommate was living there, when you sit up, like you can see the whole room, and everyone can kind of see from below. They can like see up onto your bed. So I really didn't like that feeling, and I felt really exposed. So I bought um these kind of like lacy curtains. So they're like see through basically, but not completely restrictive. So I just put them over the railing in a way. And now I just have my own little like capsule bed situation and I feel so much more comfortable. So that definitely helped me feel more calm, especially when I had panic attacks. And if my roommate was in my room, she didn't see me like, rolling around or, you know, trying to like breathe or etc. Like I don't like having her to have to see me like that because she's very busy. She's got a lot of things to do herself, like and we're just roommates. We're not like obliged to help each other essentially in these situations because of the language barrier, but also like we're at that age where it's not necessary for you to be besties with your roommate kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah, I'm definitely really stoked to have my own place and privacy. So much more space. My roommate did leave me some furniture, so I'm really glad I don't have to go out and buy more shelves. So that was like a yay, because I really was not wanting to go buy new shelves. But the main thing is I just have to move my room around for me to feel completely comfortable, and then we'll see from there. It is a lot of maneuvering though, because like I said, bunk bed, my desk is under my bunk bed, and we had compressed everything into like the bunk bed space. So we'd sleep on top, and then the bottom part was where we had our desk and our excess clothing that didn't need to be in the closet. So just like pajamas and just random t-shirts and stuff. Our good clothes were like in the closet, and yeah, like so it's very minimal. And so now that she's gone, there's just this huge gap on the other side of my room that I need to like organize and like decompress myself to learn to like move everything around. So there is a lot of stuff to move, and I'm not really excited about moving it. But at the same time, I really do need to move everything. So yeah, it's it's like exciting, but I'm also like, oh my god, the dust. But it's gonna be fun. And I will be sure to like either do a live or something, or film. And it's 7:22 p.m. there. Nice. So right now it's about 11:23 a.m. So my class starts at 1, but because my 9 a.m. class finished really early, I went to find my 1 p.m. class room. But what ended up happening was I got there and my class wasn't on the timetable, and I was like, oh my god, like where's my class? So I asked one of the staff members in the building, and they were able to find out where my class got transferred to. And so yeah, now I'm in the classroom just waiting for like the rest of the people to show up because it's only 11:30. It's still like an hour and a half, and no one turns up to class early. Even the professors, everybody's here like 5-10 minutes before class starts. That's it. I mean, I want to do a live with him, but it will be difficult because of a time difference, and he's really busy at the moment, but once he settles down a bit more and I settle down a bit more, like, yeah, we'll definitely try and do, like, a split screen live and stuff. No, I'm still staying at the same place that I've stayed at since I moved out of dormitory. So, yeah, I'm still pretty close to school. I'm about less than a 10-minute walk if I'm being really slow. And with the typhoon, that was fun. My university really needs to fix their communication system because no one got the message that class was online until about 8 a.m. And I, for some reason, didn't get mine until I got to school at 9 a.m. And I was like already there and I was like, are you kidding me? So I just hung out in the classroom with the teacher. And then it was just an orientation class, so it finished pretty fast. Ow. So yeah, so since that finished so fast, I just decided to find a room, do a little live just to update people. They're like, hey, I'm still here. Because I've been posting a lot more on TikTok, mostly because, like I said, it's really convenient to just like film and just post. Like, I don't have to do so much editing. So, yeah. How are your teachers? So, I have to say, my IBM, so like my international management, business management teachers are very helpful. They're all very chill. Um, so they're pretty much like they're very understanding about um, my mental and medical conditions and stuff. With a lot of my Korean teachers, it's half and half. Some of them are very chill. Some of them are very understanding and they're completely okay with everything. Some are a little bit more old school and like, well, that's kind of your problem. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not really asking you to make it easy. I'm just informing you in case something happens. So you're not like, oh my God, where did this like come from? I'll be like, here's my medical history about this situation. So if I suddenly have a meltdown or some shit, like this is why. It's not completely random. Um, or if I suddenly like not able to do something for a while, it's most likely because I am on a new medication and it's affecting me really badly. So yeah, so that's just like the conversations I've been having with a lot of teachers because I have a lot of new teachers this semester. I will have to have that conversation a lot, but it also helps me understand like which classes I can be a little bit more like relaxed in, mostly just because like um, it's called masking, and it's where someone that is like neurodivergent they like pretend or like put on a mask that like they know what's going on or that they're just going with everything and most people are like oh yeah they understand what's going on and you're like I have zero idea. I like I'm not comprehending, I'm not even paying attention, but I am masking so it looks like I am. uh so a lot of the times I am masking, and I'm still learning how to not mask on autopilot because I've done autopilot masking like my pretty much my whole life. It's very hard to just switch off, right? And right now I'm learning how to control it a bit more. Usually now my autopilot for that turns on when I'm very, very, like very tired, exhausted. Um, but usually I can like maintain being like I can just have control over myself to being like, okay, we are focusing right now. I don't understand this. Like, teacher, I don't understand, or whatever, whatever. But at the same time, I am not emotionally masking as much now. If I'm feeling a certain way, I can express it and not just be like poker faced or like stone faced, and people getting the wrong interpretation because I'm just not really able to understand like social cues and emotions and stuff like that. Um, so yeah, for me, it's just been a big wild ride about this situation. It is tiring to explain to people because a lot of people just like, you know, you just want the easy way out, and I'm like, no, I have a condition, and it is the respectful slash sensible slash morally correct thing that you are aware of my condition, so that if I per se have a meltdown or I like pass out or something happens in a way, like you are aware of my medical history. So like you're not just telling the ambulance, like telling medical professionals, like, yeah, we have no idea what's happening with her, just do anything. But like if you at least know that like I'm already on medication for something and stuff, it's much easier for them to be like, yeah, so she has ADHD, she's on like I don't know what medicines she's on, but she's taking medication and sleeping medication and stuff like that. So that way, there is no miscommunication between the person in charge and um, medical professionals that are trying to help me when I'm unconscious or unable to speak for myself. So yeah, it is a lot, but it is necessary to talk about these things to help others who are going through the same thing, because not a lot of people exactly talk about these things, and not a lot of people kind of want to discuss these things because it makes them feel like they're being like vulnerable or like exposed, or just playing the victim or like self-pity and stuff like that. The main reason why I am really trying to talk about it a lot more and stuff like that is mostly for it's more of a selfish reason, mostly for myself to feel more comfortable about the fact that like these situations are what I have to go through daily in my like body and stuff, right? So it's helping me understand and accept this part, but at the same time, I know other people don't have it as lucky where they can get diagnosed or get medicated. So, you know, if my video can help one person kind of get an understanding or like understand that like it's not like they're not it's not their fault, like it's something that they can't control, or I can help them learn how to read social cues or get better at something like that. That's what I really want. So putting myself out there like this as an introvert is very nerve wracking. I'm definitely very nervous. It's like a negative exhilaration. So like yeah, so I'm just feeling really negative. Like I just get this rush of negativity in my head when I speak about these things. Um, because I'm an introvert that acts like an extrovert, a lot of people just think that like whatever I tell them is like the baseline for my life, but it's not. And usually, what I say out loud to people, or at times I just randomly like just spill it out. That's just kind of me needing to clean my brain, if that makes sense. It's more of like a thought dump, if that makes sense. So it's realistically, I have like all these random things in my head, and I'm just like, what do I do with it? So then I just like say it, and it can be like things from like, why do giraffes have long necks? Right? It can go from there to being like, have you ever thought about like what happens when we like go to other planets, or just random things, and people are like, the fuck? Oh, thank you for the lovely words. It always brightens my day when I see messages from you. Honestly, you're much stronger than me. I see you as like my person of reference for strength. Trust me, I say that all the time to Jin, and it is ridiculous. Yeah. It's okay now that we've like found each other again, we can like help out. Um, but yeah, like I'm still trying to find the, the like courage to be completely open about stuff and just try to destigmatize the whole ADHD, mental health, and talking about it. Because like I understand don't, then it's going to be very difficult. Um, it is definitely very difficult to move on as a society if we are not on the same wavelength about these things. Like, yes, some people do use their mental health as a like cheat sheet, or like trying to get sympathy from others, and so forth. And that, like, those things happen. It's not to say, like, those people don't exist, whether or not we have those social issues or not. There's always bad eggs and good eggs. Like, that's that's how society is. Whether or not it's a good egg in a culture or a bad egg in the culture, or a good egg here and there kind of thing. There's always people that are trying to exploit things. And when the people that are exploiting those things become mainstream, or they become like the poster child for those situations, it is very difficult for those who just want to get help and just want some form of understanding, um, but also just don't understand what's going on. And when they see the negative connotations associated with the poster child of the situation, it's like, well, now I don't want to speak about it because you're going to automatically put me in the same category as the poster child kind of thing, right? So I really want to help break that down. Um, and like, I'm definitely a lot more comfortable now, having being medicated for a while now, and also just having people, um, you know, supporting me and everything like that, and like finding out who is actually supporting me and who's not supporting me, so forth. So right now, that's probably like what is helping me the most, um, to move forward and try and help out. Yeah, that's the main thing I want to try to erase, because the judgment comes from the stigma slash stereotyping of a situation. And with that, it becomes negative media. And negative media is consumed and absorbed faster, and in a sense, like, stays with them more than the positive does, because it's just how it works in a way. Negative always affects you more than the positive. So, I mean, it's taken some time for people to start stereotyping certain cultures and certain religions and stuff like that. And right now, there is the stereotype of people who talk about the mental health online as people who are just wanting attention or stuff like that. And for those who are genuinely wanting help and needing that help, it's very detrimental to them, to their recovery, because there are people that are putting such a bad image out there that it makes it difficult for them to come out with their truth in a way. Like, personally, I grew up with a very negative mental health image where, you know, mental health is not real, or mental health makes you is crazy and stuff like that. Um, if you have mental health issues, then you're not normal, or like you're crazy, you should be locked up and stuff like that. That's the mentality that I grew up with, and I kept that mentality because the people around me had that mentality. But when I broke away from it, and I started seeing like everything else, and started going to therapy, um, medication, seeing like specialists and stuff, they were able to help break down that in my mind, and I was able to see that, like, it in fact is not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that I'm crazy, doesn't mean that I'm any less of a person than anybody else there. It is literally out of my control, and people have been affected, or people have just been so used to this negative connotation that it is it's almost impossible to just remove it overnight. It takes time, and it takes people coming out and like saying their truth, and it takes like a group of people, or it takes some time for someone or something to build a positive image to start erasing that negative image. That's why, um, that's kind of my like whole reason why I really, really want to make content to help people in these situations, because I one quote that someone said to me, that I always remember is, "Be the adult that you needed as a child." So right now, I'm trying to be that adult that I needed when I was a kid. because I needed an adult that was understanding of my situation. Um, they weren't judging me in a way for like um, my emotions. No one was forcing me to do anything. Everyone would. I just needed someone to just tell me that like I was doing a good job no matter what. I didn't have to be perfect. So that's the person I'm trying to be, the person that I needed when I was a kid. Thank you so much. I'm I'm a little bit awkward with compliments. I'm really sorry if you haven't already figured that out, but yeah, I just really need to help others realize that situation. That way, in the future, there won't be so much judgment and negative energy from everybody. Because more negative energy you have, the harder it is to get rid of it. You can't just suddenly take in like this little bit of positivity and that just washes away all the negativity. It doesn't really work like that. It takes time for the negative energy to go down, and it takes time for the positive energy to stick and like conform and stay there and stuff like that. So we have moments of peace and harmony and stuff like that. But at the same time, it doesn't necessarily mean it's going forever in the long run. It's only a moment. So if we can start building and thinking of the long run, like feeling, making strategies, or just maintaining these things like being supportive and open and like truthful and so forth, like it's going to make the future more stable in understanding and being able to help those in need. Bless you. Ah, I feel like you're the only one that really sees the good in me. Everyone's like, "You're freaking crazy." But yeah, like that's kind of it for me. I haven't chatted with you guys for a while on here, and I just felt like I needed to pop in, post something to just say, "Hey, still around. Get ready for more content to come." And I'm really sorry for not posting and keeping you guys updated here. But thank you guys so much for sticking around, and I'm really excited for the coming time ahead. Oh, Alma, I love you so much, sis. I really appreciate that. Anyways, I'm gonna head off now, mostly because I think some people are coming in to take a nap. That kind of happens. So yeah, I've been seeing a lot of people walk up and down looking at classrooms. I think they're wanting to take a nap. So I'm gonna like just end this here. So if they take a nap there, they can take a nap here. All right. So it was really lovely to just jump in and say something, and I'm really glad I got to talk to you, Alma. Please, please, please take care, and I hope everything goes well and everyone's safe and healthy very soon, and just all all the love in the world to you. But yeah, I will. I will be sure to do it. So, as I always say, I hope you have a wonderful day, night, week, and I'll see you next time. And don't forget to smile. Oh, hmm yeah. So, anywho, like I said, don't forget to smile. I'll see you next time. Bye.